Hi guys, my name is Lydia Kim.
And my name is Lex.
So today we're going to be talking about food. So Lex, what comes to mind when you hear the word food?
Food. Well, a lot of things comes to mind. Definitely for me, food is any mulchable, any edible substance.
Okay.
It can be plant-based, can be animal-based, that is consumed primarily for nourishment. So the emphasis there is nourishment. That's for me.
Yeah.
It wasn't always like that anyway, but now that I know better, I know that anything I eat must, before if I decide to eat anything, it must have nourishment. So that's what food is to me.
When I was much younger, I saw food as a need. It was more of a need to me, you understand? Whenever I'm hungry, I just want to fill my tummy and that's all.
Fill the tank.
Exactly. I just want to fill my tank.
A lot of people are like that till today. When they think about food, what comes to mind is just, let's fill the gauge. I mean, the tank is empty, the tank is running low. Let's fill the tank, But we know better that food is more than just filling the tank.
Yeah, and even if you're feeding, what are you feeding the tank with?
Yeah, what are you filling the tank with?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Are you filling the tank with things that would, what nourishment, what nutritional value, or what nutrient, or what's the value of what you're putting in? Okay, don't just say, well, I'm hungry, I don't have time for food, let me just snack on anything, anything I just say I put in my mouth, We have to, at this point right now, in the world at large, be very conscious and very deliberate about what we put in our mouth, because trust me, a lot of people are going through stuff just by virtue of how they eat, what they eat. People are driving themselves to early graves. They are practically shutting down their own future by virtue of what they eat. Not just how they eat. Yes, people have bad habits of eating though, but even the quality of what they eat matters a lot. Yeah.
And I've come to realize that people eat for different reasons.
Yeah.
People eat for pleasure. People eat for entertainment or fun. And of course, most people eat because they need it, And unfortunately, most people don't even know why. They just know they feel hungry at a particular time of the day and they just want to munch on something. Do you understand? But really, food goes beyond just feeding your tummy.
I think one of the challenges with appreciating food or understanding food is because one, there are a lot of factors, not just one. Okay. Let me start with the common one, that people are being demonized if they show that, okay, thank God for the age we are and the time we are right now. People are beginning to wake up to certain realities, and there are people who you can't just come out and start insulting someone, oh, this person is fat, this person is this person. You can't just go about start blasting someone or making mockery of someone that, oh, is fat, fat shaming basically, So because of people becoming more aware and conscious of the fact that, okay, look, we all have different metabolism, we all have different body.
Yeah, type.
Basically, our genome varies. We are not all the same. The way we handle different food, differs from each other. So some people would, at the slightest, increment or above average consumption of a particular classification of food would pump some people up, while some people can actually eat 1 gram of that same typical example carbohydrates, for instance,
It won't have much effect.
Immediate effect. Usually there's usually some form of effect somewhere in the future. Trust me, food is not just we throw it in our mouth and we just eat anyhow. Then at the end of the day, we think, oh, we'll go scot-free. I think food should be appreciated. One, food should really, really, really be appreciated. In a world of abundance, I don't think. Well, I stand corrected though. I don't think we're in a time like before, way back, where there was so much scarcity. there's a lot of food, availability of food. Yeah, people may have issues with having enough to buy what they so desire to eat, but compared to the Second World War era and those times, you know, I mean, food is abundant, and I think with that abundance has come a lot of sicknesses, diseases, metabolic syndromes, and so many issues. Some of which we're going to be talking about anyway, and that's why we have this program, because the objective is to help you
make the right choices when it comes to food. You have to be deliberate about what you consume.
We have to.
We don't just want to consume everything. Because the truth is that not everything is good for our body.
As a matter of fact, you know what I believe? There's a concept I believe strongly in, and it is that not eating is as important as eating. Wow. That's not consuming food. Anything. Not at, controlled eating, not eating is as important as eating. I don't believe, personally, I don't believe in living a life of continuous grazing. Like, we're not cows, we're not ruminant animals with multiple chambers in our stomachs and stuff like that can live the whole of their day grazing, hour in, hour out. We have just one stomach. Definitely, I don't think it's God instinct for us to just start grazing
all the time,
So, even though, yes, we're food nutrition enthusiasts, we want people to, we like good food. I like good food. I like to cook good food, but like I said much earlier on, it's important to be sure of what it is you're going to eat at the timing, the frequency
at which you eat as well also matters.
Matters a lot. And most importantly, like I said much earlier as well, the underlying fact there for me is what value are we getting from
the food we are consuming? It should be nourishing your body. Basically, not just filling your tummy. You understand? So
there are functions as well. Of food. Like, you have food, like not all foods work the same, and that's why I'm not so much of a fan of the mainstream narrative of calories in, calories out. I really don't believe, because I believe in the chemical composition of whatever is nourishing you matters as much. If we count calories alone, for instance, a calorie of gari or a calorie of rice, you compare it with the calorie of cabbage or cucumber. Definitely, yes. If you want to, how much calorie would you? Can you actually sit down and eat equivalent calorie of rice with cabbage? You understand? And if you can, if you do, can you do that? If we were to base you on that kind of diet for a very long what would be the health implications?
Consuming loads of carbohydrates for a very long time compared to when you consume cabbage.
Yeah, the truth is, even cabbage has some, if you look at the nutritional facts of most food, some food have some carbohydrates in them.
Let's talk about the functions of food now. We have some food that gives energy. Those are the energy-giving food. So can we just elaborate? Let's talk about that a bit.
We'll be looking at, you've mentioned one of them. I think there are two major
energy-giving food.
Sources of energy-giving food. One would be carbohydrate. Normally would metabolize into simple sugars in the body, or what you call glucose. And you have fats and oil. And the body actually depends on burning either of that. Some people are good sugar burners. Some people are good fat burners. The whole craze of keto diet that's popular everywhere now is just
it's as a result of the body burning more fat.
It's actually an adaptation of a famous, way back several decades ago, the Atkins diet. It's actually an adaptation of the Atkins diet that emphasizes people eating more of healthy fat, and cutting down on carbohydrates, basically. So talk function of food, for energy, you want to burn energy. But the interesting thing about energy source food, or you call it foods that will give you energy, like carbohydrate and fat and oil, is that the spike usually varies. If you start measuring GIs, for instance, you know,
how's that
the glycemic index
of the
you
food.
understand, and
Can
not,
you
not just the GI, for instance,
okay,
but the sudden energy burst you get, like if you drink a bottle of Coke, take a bottle of Coke now, you drink it, that sudden sugar rush in your bloodstream, you know, immediately, you know, your burns out very fast. In less than 2 hours, if you are lucky enough, 2.5 or 2 hours, you understand?
Yeah, it's
you
gone.
You still feel hungry.
And you start feeling hungry again.
Repeatedly, you know.
Okay.
But for those who are able to switch to the now popular keto diet, the Atkins diet, keto diet, basically, you just discover that they may not have that burst of energy, spike. You know. There's actually a chart for it, you know. They may not have that sudden spike of energy, but it's a slow, steady flow of energy, but for a very long, sustained time.
It lasts longer.
Usually, fats actually enhance satiety. That's the feeling of being full, basically. Wow. I think that's why it's popular now, and it's a good way of losing weight, actually, because most people. The common misconception is that people get fat because they eat fat.
That's true.
And
good fats don't make you fat.
I mean, it's been proven. There are several research materials to prove right now
that when you consume
fat, not eat fats, don't just because you are getting fat because you are eating fat. Yeah. No, there are different classifications of fats: monosaturated, unsaturated fat. They are even processed fats and oil, hydrogenated oil. They all have various chemical reactions, you know, in the body, you know, and the way we react to these things vary. Personally, I don't think there is no one type of reaction we all have, but generally, holistic, looking at it from a broad spectrum, some food will definitely, your body will react to certain food more than some other person. So it's just about understanding your metabolism, understanding your body, and knowing that not everything is good for you.
Yeah.
That your friends are eating it does mean it's okay for you. That you have a friend that can dwell on bread and Coke Monday to Saturday. It doesn't mean Saturday. It doesn't mean you should do it. True. You know, yes, you can. It's your will, but. I mean, if you so wish to,
is it good for you?
You want to be sure that you can handle it well, because some people have very fast metabolism, some people have very slow metabolism.
True, very true.
A lot of factors come to play when it comes to food and how our bodies react with food. You know, so I think that's my 2 cents.
Yeah.